Aye, aye, me hearties, just a spot of potted Stilton is what I'd like to have. Aye, 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 ho, ho, ho. No, I'm not a pirate, nor do I wish to be one, but it just sort of felt right for that spot of potted Stilton. Talk about that later. So, aliens, ninja, and ghosts. What are your fears? They used to be my fears. I was terrified of aliens as a child. The only thing, I did grow up in the days of the dinosaurs, and the only things I would see were fuzzy black and white photos in a magazine or a newspaper and horrendous stories, which were absolutely terrifying. I was terrified of aliens. I'm most grateful for the advent of internet. After that, you just sort of go, okay, let them come. Yes, you just sort of realize that there are other things going on. And I got over that fear. I'm over that fear. Ghosts. I think that if you've ever had a baby, now I did have an epidural, so I didn't actually feel it. However, I think that if you've ever had a baby, everything else just pales into insignificance, really. And, a possible chance encounter with a ghost is really not something one should focus on or even think about or be worried about. I got over that too. One does get over these things. Having a baby is extremely time consuming, but it's all encompassing. Everything about you is focused on this one person. It's marvelous, marvelous for fear removal. Now, ninja, that's a little bit different because ninja were human on the planet, and I'm not sure that there aren't quite a number of ninja still lurking in Japan. I think there are some societies. I have a very healthy cautiousness of ninja. I mean, we grew up with frightening ghost stories, so we were, petrified, absolutely shitting ourselves when we had to go to the toilet in the middle of the night. Pardon the pun. But ninja, if I were to meet a ninja, I would probably just bow and sit very quietly and hope that they would pass me by or at least make the end very swift. Oh my goodness. So, anyway, those were my fears as a child. What are your fears? Did you have anything that terrified you but which you've managed to get over? I'd love to hear. Now, potted Stilton. Whenever I feel I need a little lift, I feel that I just need to be, I need to be a little bit more buoyant. I need to just be buoyed up with something that is just bright and light and happy. I browse the online catalogue of Fortnum and Mason. Nothing lifts my spirits quite like that. I don't even consider ordering because they don't deliver to Egypt, of course. But should anyone listening to this wish to get me a present, I would love to try one of those fantastic ceramic jars of potted Stilton. It sounds wonderful. Absolutely beautiful. They've even got Stilton cheese straws. That sounds amazing as well. Now, the white chocolate Florentines, they were definitely high on my list. However, just before my last birthday, I went off sugar. Now, I don't like to say that I cut out sugar or stopped taking sugar. No, I just went off sugar and I've stayed off it. And what I mean by that is I will still eat dried fruit, fruit contains sugar. I eat dates occasionally, not very often. And so natural sugar occurring naturally, I don't have a problem with. I make a fabulous tablet. And I do need to talk about that. I might do that in another podcast. They're called the moringa tablets. And that takes honey. There's honey in that to bind the ingredients. And then we take one of those every morning. And I'm wondering if perhaps I should talk about it here. We shall see. But I just decided that There was too much. There were too many chocolates, too many biscuits, too much in the way of cakes, and all refined sugar. We did eat good quality chocolate. We were eating good quality chocolate, but it was still refined sugar. And I just said, that's it. No more. Stop. My skin changed within a week. Within a week, my skin was just more beautiful than it's ever been. I say that because without being conceited, because my mother has beautiful skin. My grandmother on my father's side had beautiful skin. So I'm blessed with good genes and beautiful skin, but it's just amazing what that cutting out those extra refined sugar. That's what it is. You cut that out, and it's just amazing what happens. Inflammation in joints also, it reduces that. So I cut that. So these fabulous looking white chocolate Florentines are not on the list anymore. However, I would break the rule at Christmas time if anyone were to decide to give me a pudding. They have puddings in ceramic bowls. Oh, and then you just steam them yourself. We're talking about the Fortnum and Mason catalogue in case anyone's just come in or in case you've forgotten what the topic was. And I would certainly break the rule for one or two of their Christmas cakes. They have some fabulously heavily fruited Christmas cakes with also with like dried apricots and things like that. Oh, they look absolutely superb. And I am partial to marzipan. That would be the only time that I would break the no sugar. Well, I suppose it's not really a rule. It's now one of my principles. I love that we don't do that. Now, the other thing I've done, and I'm going to wind this up because I don't like long podcasts, I find them boring. The other thing that I've done, which I'm very pleased about, is I've stopped eating at night. Now, I know some people have called that intermittent fasting, but I mean, Indians in India have been doing it for centuries. So it really is fabulous. The last meal is around sunset, just before, just after, nothing after 7:30, 8 o'clock maximum. But generally for me, 6:30, 7 o'clock, I finished eating. And I don't eat again until the morning, until I take that magical moringa tablet first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. I'll talk more about that in my next podcast. In the meantime, I'm going to sing, "Ay, ay, ay, me hearties, I'd like a spot of potted Stilton." Ho, ho, ho. And yes, I think that's enough for today. Lots of love from moi.
I'd run right out on you. I'd never turn, I'd never look to see your face. If I could kiss another's hands, I'd let them lead me out. I'd never burn anymore like I do. I know you don't care for me. I'm not your cup of tea. But that's alright, it's not my wish to make you mine. If I could make you want me, my love is killing me. Then I would rest knowing the waste is not in vain. 'Cause I can bury my desire, but I can't hide my love. Oh boy, you know you find though I don't wanna make you mine. I'll be there for you, should you ever want to. I go down on my knees for your smile. Let me feel your breath on my face. If only I could place a chain on your desire. Running deep in my soul is admiration and respect. Oh boy, you're the best I'll ever know or touch again. In pain I watch you play, cause I know we won't come my way. I go down on my knees for your smile. I beg you, please just stay a while. Let me feel your breath on my face. If only I could place a chain on your desire. I can bury my love, oh, but I can't hide my desire. Oh, I got down on my knees for your smile. I beg you, please just stay a while. Let me feel your